for more on this story. Let's cross live now to Tehran, where we're going to be joined by Hamed Mousavi. He's a professor of political science at the University of Tehran. Professor, thank you very much for speaking to us here on TRT World. If the U.S. were to impose these new sanctions, what kind of reaction would we see from Tehran?
Yes, so I think the Donald Trump administration essentially has three scenarios it can follow: either to uphold the nuclear deal and continue with it, or to scrap it today. Or the third scenario that is much more likely, and that you pointed out, is that they keep continuing to stay in the nuclear deal, but at the same time, they're going to impose new non-nuclear related sanctions. And if they take this third approach, which I think they will, it essentially is trying to make Iran uphold its side of the agreement, because the United States is saying that we are not withdrawing from the agreement. But at the same time, it's imposing sanctions on Iran using excuses other than the nuclear issue. And this has been a strategy of the Trump administration for the past year. And the result of that is that it has minimized the benefits Iran has received from the nuclear deal. So it has actually hurt the Iranian economy.
But do you think this is likely to be a positive pressure on Iran? The U.S. doesn't really have the support of other countries, signatories of the deal.
It does have an impact, and the reason is because the United States, through these sanctions, is not saying that we are not going to do business with Iran. Iran and the United States don't do much business anyhow. What the sanctions will do is that they are saying that we will punish any European, or for that matter, any other country that does business with Iran. And the result of that is, for example, in the past year, no major European bank is willing to work with Iran. Why? Because according to the nuclear deal, they should, but because they are afraid of all these sanctions by the United States, they've become very cautious in dealing with Iran. And the result has been that while there has been minor improvements to Iran's economy in the past year, however, there hasn't been it hasn't really fulfilled the expectations of the people regarding the economic issues of the country.
Hamed Mousavi, thank you very much for that.